There we go. Good day, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to our webinar, Generate More Leads and Nurture Them Effortlessly, How to Scale Your Success in 2025 with Realty.com. My name is Chris Kelly, and I'm the Director of Partnerships for eXp Solutions. And it's my pleasure to introduce you to today's speaker, Donnie Crouch from Realty.com. Donnie is a seasoned expert in real estate and marketing, dedicated to helping professionals like you generate leads, nurture relationships, and achieve remarkable growth. In this session, he'll share how Realty.com's innovative tools like automated campaigns and AI-driven insights can transform your business for 2025 and beyond. With that, I'll hand it over to Donnie. Donnie, the floor is yours.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. I want to say thank you to eXp and all of our partners with eXp. We've absolutely loved working with you guys. So thanks again for having us. Today is all about how to scale your businesses, especially with seller leads. Obviously, lead gen is at the forefront of every agent's business. And as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, it can be incredibly expensive. And so a big part of what we tried to overcome and really, leverage with this partnership that we have in place with eXp is to bring affordable, scalable seller leads to your business. Now, with Seller Pro, which is something that we're going to touch on today, there's a number of different topics that we'll cover because it doesn't just start and end with leads, right? So a big part of every agent's business that not a lot of us like to admit to is the lead follow-up. Right? Lead follow-up is really where everything takes place. You ask an average agent, what does your business need today? It's always going to be leads. In reality, most agents need coaching. They need training. They need support. They need additional systems to help them follow up with their existing databases. And today we're going to walk you guys through everything that the Realty.com Seller Pro package has, how that can help scale your business, and ultimately beyond that. Outside of the Seller Pro system. So first off, I want to thank Will for letting us use his account here as an example. Will is an eXp agent out of the Boston area. So I kind of want to walk you guys through everything that is available as a Seller Pro agent and how it really checks all of those boxes. So immediately, guys, as soon as you get logged into your account, so you're going to notice that you have this details page. This is everything that is consumer facing, right? So this is where you're going to have that interactive nationwide search portal. This is where you're going to have all of that branding, your contact information, all of that good stuff. Now, with Seller Pro and with really lead generation in general, as mentioned before, it can be incredibly expensive, right? And there's agents paying thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars every single month to generate these opportunities. Now, there's a few things that I want to touch on in regard to the lead gen aspect, but then I also want to move on to the ability to nurture those leads. Okay. So as a Seller Pro client, you guys have the ability to come in here and list your service areas, which is going to give you the ability to claim what we call our frenzy leads. Basically what frenzy leads are is you come in, you list, let's say for me as an example, I'm Columbus, Ohio. All right, so I'd list Columbus and I'd list all of the surrounding cities that I myself could service. What that does is it makes you guys eligible to be the first to claim any lead opportunities in those markets, right? So let's say Realty.com, we're able to generate a buyer that requests a tour of 123 Main Street. If you are a Seller Pro client and you have that listed as a service area, you're going to get an email from us to be the first to claim that opportunity. The nice thing about it, you're not charged per service area, nor are you charged per lead. What that means is you have the ability to scale that, right, without breaking the bank. So we always encourage our agents come in here, list as many service areas as possible. That's going to give you guys the ability to, as I said, claim as many leads as humanly possible. Now, I want to spend some time on the seller leads, right? These click to claim, they're important. A lot of them will be buyer related. But really the bread and butter of it is the seller leads, right? We want to generate more seller opportunities for our business, especially with all of the changes that we've seen take place in real estate. With the sellers that are generated, and I encourage all agents, any sort of lead gen funnel that you have, it doesn't matter if you're purchasing leads from a lead provider, if you're door knocking, if you are cold calling, doesn't matter. You need to have multiple streams of leads to your business. And at the core of it, I truly believe should be SOI, right? You need to truly leverage your network. Look at leads simply as an additional funnel to that, right? Whether you're working with us or you're working with another lead provider, that shouldn't be your sole lead funnel, right? Now, in particular with seller leads, what we try to go after are what we call our cash offer seller leads. For many of you that are watching this today, I'm sure that you have used lead providers before. You've generated leads yourself. A lot of them may be home valuation seekers. The issue being, a lot of them end up being tire kickers, right? They don't have a ton of intent. And as agents, I know we all say we want leads, but in reality, what we want are engaged leads. We want a lead that has the need to sell a property or buy a property in the near future, right? As an example, I always give this to agents that I jump on calls with. I bought my house, 7-8 months ago, done a ton of renovations to it. If you put an ad in my face that says, I'll give you a home valuation, it's very possible I would click on that, but I don't have any intent to sell. And so with the realty.com cash offer seller leads, really what we're trying to capture is intent, right? These are people that are coming onto the site and they're saying, I want a cash offer on my property. So what we're trying to capture, again, why? Are they getting a divorce? Are they relocating? Financial hardship? What's the occupancy status of the home? The target price range? So we're effectively asking them a number of different questions to try to capture that intent, right? And then that is what's passed on to you guys. Now with Seller Pro, you're going to get 2 guaranteed seller opportunities a month within your particular city. But again, guys, I highly encourage you to not look at this as your only source or your only avenue of generating seller leads. Leverage your SOI, leverage all of the free resources that are out there and that EXP provides to you guys to be able to generate additional opportunities. Now, I do want to touch on the cash offer leads a little bit more and kind of the process behind working those, because I feel a lot of agents don't understand or they haven't worked that type of lead source. And so there's some confusion there. With any lead that you guys are working, I don't care if, again, mailers, door knocking, whatever. I think as agents, oftentimes we get into this mindset of the end goal, which is conversion, right? I'm gonna send a mailer because I want somebody to respond and say, I'm ready to list my house with you. Or I'm going to put them on a drip campaign because I want them to respond and say, I'm ready to buy a house with you. But we end up skipping a crucial step in that process, which is engagement. And so if anything is taken away from this and lead gen in general and scaling your business, I want the perception with you guys to shift away from this idea of I'm sending this stuff to get conversion, but I'm sending this stuff to get engagement. I want my leads to respond to me, to give me the ability to build that rapport, that trust, so that if and when they decide to buy or sell, I'm the go-to person. And that's a critical step in working cash offer seller leads. We have to meet these people where they're at, meaning they're requesting a cash offer, not a listing. So the first conversation cannot be, hi, my name's Donnie. Let's talk about listing your home. We have to first understand the needs of that particular seller, why they're looking for a cash offer, what has led them down that path as opposed to potentially wanting to list, right? We have very, very in-depth coaching. And as you guys can see here, we do have a coaching tab up here with recorded material, scripting, objection handlers. So I don't want to spend a ton of time jumping into that, but it is important to note how those cash offer leads work. And for the rest of your guys' business, everything starts with engagement. All conversion happens in conversation. And so everything that you guys do needs to be with that in mind. I'm trying to engage in conversation with my database. Now, piggybacking off of that, one other feature that's available is the lead nurturing aspect. And in my opinion, when it comes to working leads or just agents in general, again, most agents think I need leads for my business. In reality, most agents, they need coaching and they need lead support. They need better follow-up practices and procedures. One of the things available to you with your Seller Pro membership is the ability to upload your existing database of leads and set them up on branded campaigns, 100% branded towards you guys. Okay. Now keep in mind, this isn't just realty.com leads. This is something you can leverage from outside of the realty.com ecosystem. It doesn't matter if you have Zillow leads, SOI, past clients. It really does not matter so long as you have that opt-in status, the one-to-one consent, and all of that good stuff. You can actually upload your leads into your pro membership, right? Set them up on either buyer or seller campaigns. Again, all branded towards you guys and geared towards getting engagement. Now, with everybody out there, you should have a great CRM that you guys are utilizing, whether that's through EXP or you're utilizing another system to help you stay on top of your leads and help you nurture them. One thing I really, really, really want to push to you guys is to leverage the systems available to you. Meaning, every CRM has some sort of automated drip campaigns that you guys can utilize. I've seen it time and time again where agents they don't leverage it. Right? They get leads to come in, they'll call them once or twice. They don't have any drip campaigns. They don't send out any texts or anything like that. Leverage the systems and trainings available to you guys, both through EXP as well as through us. If you are a partner, we have a ton of it. And a big part of this, guys, once you do get these leads uploaded, you have them set up on campaigns or you're generating seller opportunities, is we want to give you the ability to work out of your own system. That's one thing as well that, I've had a lot of conversations with top performers, with solo agents, new agents. It's this belief that we have to have every shiny object in order to be successful in real estate. And that's just not the case. And don't get me wrong, there are a ton of great companies out there that you should really consider utilizing for your business. But what it can do is overcomplicate things, right? You get further and further away from what really matters, which is following up with your leads, calling, texting, staying on top of them. And a big part of that is if you have 12 different systems that you're operating out of, that's where you start to have leakage and things slip through the cracks, right? So you want to try to work everything you possibly can underneath of one umbrella. You don't want to have 12 different systems that you have to utilize. You want to be able to leverage everything under one ecosystem. So a part of the Seller Pro package as well, we do give you the ability to integrate seamlessly with your existing CRM. Okay, so whether you guys are using Lofty or KV Core or Follow Up Boss or whatever, it doesn't matter. You guys can set your systems up so that anytime a lead is captured or a lead takes an action, you'll be alerted within your existing system. Okay, so again, all you guys would have to do is go to the integrations tab, select all integrations, find your CRM, and it's going to have a step-by-step walkthrough to show you guys how to get that up to speed. Okay. Very, very important, guys. Like I said, there's a ton of agents that they buy into a ton of different things, right? They want to generate leads for their business. They're confused. They're not sure where to go. So they end up buying all kinds of different things and it never pans out, right? So work everything underneath of one umbrella if you can help it, okay? The other thing that I want to touch on, very, very important when it comes to anything, when it comes to buying leads, when it comes to working your SOI, the examples I gave earlier of door knocking, mailers, whatever, as people, as human beings in any industry, not just real estate, most people have this difficulty with delayed gratification to where we need to see an immediate return to know that something is working. And unfortunately, in the real estate space, that is not how it works. Right? We would love it if we could start a new platform and immediately we see that return. And this, again, mailers, door knocking, whatever, it's just not how it works. And so what I really want to encourage all of you to do, and this is, it doesn't matter if it's Seller Pro with us, if it's buying leads, if it's anything else, you have to give it 6 to 12 months of pipelining to truly see where a return is, what your ROI is. Stuff does not happen overnight. And I know a lot of us are agreeing with this right now that, yeah, stuff takes time. It takes a few months of pipelining, but it's not easy to invest marketing dollars and not see that immediate return. So you guys need to set aside a 6 to 12 month pipeline budget of whatever it is that you're going to do to generate leads for your business, right? To really see that through. Because between months 6 to 12, that's really, at realty.com and a lot of other platforms where we really start to see that conversion happen. The ROIs start to soar into 2, 3, 4, 5x ROIs. But the agents that get into the never-ending loop of, I'm going to try something for 30 days. I didn't close the deal. I'm on to the next thing. I'm going to door knock for 30 days. I didn't get anything. Now I'm going to try mailers. Now I'm going to try cold calling FSBOs or whatever else. Stuff takes time. whatever you guys decide to leverage, whatever you decide to use. And again, I highly encourage you guys to utilize multiple different lead funnels, right? You should be doing multiple things to generate leads for your business, but you have to give it time to see it come to fruition ultimately. Okay. All right. Now, aside from that, guys, really the last two things that I want to touch on with Seller Pro. Number one is when it comes to leads, everybody wants that name, that phone number, that email. A very important part of that, though, is in building a brand, right? It goes overlooked constantly, right? Building a brand. And again, it goes back to the idea of delayed gratification, where you're not going to get an immediate return building a brand. But our goal is to get you seen. We want more buyers and sellers to find you on Google, on Bing, on social media, etc. Most agents have a website, they have socials, but they're not posting consistently enough to get those sites to populate. So there's two parts to this. Number one is we provide you with this dedicated page off of realty.com. So we're basically trying to take our traffic and direct it to you. Okay, that's this page here, which is live on the site. They can search anywhere they want across the country. Okay. The other aspect is what I said a second ago, consistent content. Right. So as an example, we know blog posts are a great way to boost SEO presence and get you seen more on Google, Bing, and where consumers are searching. But if you guys are anything like me, the last thing you want to do is sit around and write blog posts all day. Right. So one of the things we've implemented is this AI blogging, which basically is going to give you that consistent content, right? Published on your behalf, completely done for you on your website, so that when consumers are searching, realtors near me or searching your name, your realty.com Seller Pro webpage is what pops up. Okay. All right. I've thrown a ton at you guys today. Again, I want to thank EXP for having me and for talking about, the Seller Pro product, as well as just generating additional seller buyer opportunities. As I mentioned before, guys, you do not need to buy leads. I'm going to say that from time to time. If you've been on calls with me before, you probably heard me say it. There are plenty of agents that are successful, right, without buying leads. They do door knocking, they do mailers, they do this, they do that. This is simply another means to scale your business, because what not everybody has is infinite amount of time, right? And so by leveraging a lead tool to put you in front of more consumers, right, so that you're not cold calling and door knocking 24/7. It's simply a tool to scale your business, right? So don't look at this as something that's going to make or break you, but as an additional lead source to your business and helping you scale your seller opportunities in 2025. So thank you guys again for having me. I really appreciate it. I want to thank everybody at EXP. As always, if you guys have any questions, concerns, or need anything from us, you can always reach out to support@realty.com. If you are interested in learning more about the Seller Pro product or anything else, you guys can go to realty.com /EXP. You can find all of the information there. But aside from that, thank you guys again so much for having me. I appreciate it.